GoWiWi is back. I can't believe it. It's been out of the meta for far too long. Why is it back in the meta? Because the new Witch Golem troop as part of the Clash O Ween event is insane. It's one of the strongest troops I've ever seen in the game, and I'm loving playing with this army. GoWiWi. You can see my army on the bottom here. I'm essentially doing a Zap Titan army. But I'm replacing the Titans with 3 of these good old-fashioned Witch Golems. Now, I have to remove a few trash troops to make this army work, but trust me, it is worth it, because this army is just insane. So I'm bringing 3 of the Witch Golems, also got the 2 regular Witches, so it is a GoWiWi attack. Now, if you wanted to edit this army, you could probably drop a balloon. I believe I do in one of the later attacks, drop a balloon for a hog, so that you can find traps with your Flame Flinger. But yeah, Flame Flinger for the Town Hall here, exact same as you see with Zap Titans, but now we spam in the I nearly said the Night Golem, the Golem Witches. So generally I'm putting 2 of them in the core of the base and 1 of them around with the King. And I even bring the Apprentice Warden with this army. Now, I don't bring the Apprentice Warden with Zap Titans, but I find the Apprentice Warden with this army is OP, because there is so many hit points. It's not just the Golem Witch, right? It's not just that, it's the big boys that spawns. We talked about this in the kind of sneak peek we did for this Clash O Ween event. The big boys have an insane amount of HP. So I freeze the monolith on the right, and have a look at this, because all the skeletons that get spawned by the Witch Golem, like the monolith doesn't have a chance. We've gone straight through 2 single infernos here, and I still have some troops up. My troops should have been wrecked by the single inferno, but this army is just too OP. We still got the Witch Golem on the outside of the base. Sorry, the Golem Witch, although it doesn't really matter. Still got a bunch of big boys in the center. The Apprentice Warden is there, and he just gives so many hit points to this army. Like, how can you kill this army? There is too many hit points on the battlefield. You still got all the healers, still got 2 rage spells for them, and this base has been crushed. But I know what you're thinking. Not the toughest base in the world, because we were able to get insane zap value and crazy flame flinger value, so let's go to a ring base. Here is a ring base for you all. Now, there is really good zap value on this ring base, I will admit, but most ultra compact ring bases that you see have crazy zap value. Notice how I didn't use the Earthquake for the Town Hall. If you don't need to activate the Town Hall, don't. It's much better for me to not activate it, because then it's not shooting our troops as we go into the center. So yet again, we got the Warden working with the Flame Flinger, and the Flame Flinger will clear this entire side of the base. Then I've got 1 wall break in the middle, 1 on the right hand side, and you'll see how I use my King and the Golem Witches. So yet again, Golem Witch, and then 2 regular Witches on the right hand flank. They're setting a funnel, and I'm just waiting a second, because my King's got to set a good funnel here. The Golem Witches are pretty good at being funneled, admittedly, but the Titan isn't. So I popped the King ability early here. The Titan's important in this army because you don't have a poison spell, so you need the Titan to stay alive until you deal with the CC. Here's my first rage, and we're going through. Now, I probably could have popped my Warden ability now. Unfortunately, after this Town Hall, there is a Monolith and a single Inferno, which is really bad for our troops. I should have popped the Warden here. Yeah, that was bad by me, I'll admit. If I popped this Warden ability earlier, I probably crushed this base, but we've only got 2 big boys up. But I've still got a rage spell. RC on the top side. My Headhunter comes in a little bit too late. I freeze the Monolith and the single Inferno here. We've still got the Flame Flinger on the bottom. And look, the healers have been sitting so far back, which has been nice for the Queen, so they're not getting stuck on the Town Hall. The RC's on the top side, and look, there's still these big boys that spawned from the Witch Golem up there. I mean, the tanking in this army just never stops. The Queen deals with the enemy Queen. Our RC will go down here, and it might look like this attack is close, but we've still got 3 big boys on the top side. We still got our Queen with healers in the middle, and our Flame Flinger has not deployed. I count this as pretty overkill. Now, I did hit this base as well with 2 Invis towers instead of 2 Rage towers, and I had so many troops up, it was ridiculous. So, Rage towers are a problem for this army, but if you can run over a compact ring with this, then what base can you not run over, honestly? I've got another box base coming up, probably the toughest base of the whole video, and I mean, it went down easy as well. Box space here, but it's with these deeper town halls, and I will not be able to take this town hall down with the flame flinger. The town hall's just too far into the base, but the flame flinger will still take out the outside of the base. Now, I tried not to activate the town hall with the quake. I missed that. But yeah, you've got to think with these golem witches, it's just all about the funnel. So with this warden walk, I'm trying to get rid of this wizard tower here, because once I get rid of this wizard tower, the golem witches have to go inside the base, and once they go inside the base, this base is in a whole lot of trouble. Flame Flinger's going to get great value on the bottom side. You see I've switched out one balloon for a hog that I used on the bottom side, plus the archer to find that Tesla. But yeah, just waiting for this wizard tower to go down, and then we will begin. So Kings come in on the top side. Now, I think I send all three of my golem witches inside the base here. I probably should have just sent 2 and 1 on the top side with the king, but it was kind of satisfying dropping all of them on the same tile. Healers should switch nicely here. Okay, well, the healers aren't being very nice yet, but they should switch in a second. My warden is taking no damage, but it doesn't even matter if they don't switch, because this army has that many hit points. Now, you'll notice I popped my warden ability earlier than I wanted here, and it was to keep this titan alive to deal with that super minion CC. Everything's coming in. There's the second rage, and there's just so many hit points. The king's on the top side of the base doing his thing. The titan only just goes down here. We still got a bunch of big boys, and we've got 2 golem witches on the town hall, and they will take it down. I put my queen ability to deal with the defensive queen, and I mean, the town hall will go down here. Unfortunately, the healers switch. Not much we can do. But you're going to see the big boys are going to survive through this town hall. So the flame flinger opens. That's all right. The RC's on the top side. She's popping her ability. And I mean, there's just nothing left. There is nothing left. Look, that golem witch that was dealing with the town hall still up because the healer's just not letting it go down. Will go down here. Spawns the 3 big boys. I mean, what chance does a base have against this army unless it has 3 single infernos? If you've got a good funnel and you get good zap and flame flinger value, I don't see how you can fail this. There's just too many hit points on the battlefield. The apprentice warden definitely helps out with all of that. Now, if you do need more funnel troops with this army, normally you'll see like people bring a couple of wizards and a baby drag, which I've dropped. You could drop the apprentice warden for that, but I wasn't really worried about cleanup. Wasn't really worried about it at all because this army decimates bases. Here is the army comp for you. Again, the army link will be down in the description below. Let me know, what do you think of the Golem Witch? Do you think this army here is the best use of it? I think it is. I've had to play around with it a bit, and I really enjoy this, and I can't wait to use this army more in Clan Wars and Legends League.